Hello, I'm Joseph, and this is the first ever Homegames game showcase, I guess. We have a video about kind of how to do a basic setup of this stuff. We have another video series, I guess, about developer updates with kind of more technical stuff. But this is going to be just more of an in-depth look at one particular game. So the game currently is called Quarantine Questions. Might get a better name for that, but I made it because Synovia and our anniversary is next week, and we likely will not be able to see each other in person because the world's on fire. So I put this up on Pico de Gallo so we can play it over the actual internet. But basically, this is just going to be a local demo of Quarantine Questions. So I have it up over here, and we can talk about this upload thing in a little bit. Excuse the water heater in the background. Anyway, so the idea of the game is super simple. It's just a question and answer, basically. How well do you know the other person type thing. So anyway, waiting for another player over here, and I'm going to go and click into the session over here. So this is kind of just a default question thing I made as a test. But basically, you see here player 1 and player 2. Player 1 is kind of answering the question, and player 2 is answering how they think player 1 would answer the question. So let's say player 1 says, "Got cake, mate." And this person over here doesn't know Young Thug songs very well, so they say, "Got cheese, mate." Player 2 is wrong. Player 2 didn't get that right. And this, switching it up, is a Lil Uzi Vert song. So let's say that player 2 says, it switched turns. So now I'm player 2 over here. And I say, "What's up?" The long one, not the WhatsApp, that's later. And then this person says, "Okay, yeah, I know that song," and they would answer like that because I know this person and they know Lil Uzi Vert. And then this is just two questions, so it kind of looped back around and went back to the beginning. But one kind of cool thing that we can do, talking about the upload custom questions thing, is over here I have a JSON document editor I found online. You can also just make this file yourself. I don't know why I put it in a web browser. Anyway, these questions are just generated from a file, a JSON file, which is a list of objects with key values structured just like this. If it looks intimidating or whatever, it's not code, it's just no form of text or whatever, it's just keys and values. And the structure is just question, and then the actual string of your question, and then the two answer options. So just to demo this, I'm going to download this file, say, sure, new document 1, yes, and then upload custom questions. So, I don't know if I can, anyway. Yeah, so anyway, you see over here the questions kind of switched, and now it says it's question 1 of 3. We're on question 1 of 3 again. So now these are not real questions, obviously, but basically same kind of thing, just taking turns doing answers of what the other person would say to that question. What do you think the other person would say to that question? Pretty basic, but this whole file upload thing is pretty cool, I think, and probably do another video about the technical part of that later once I clean up the code and make it not a nightmare. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the game, and it's on Pico de Gallo if you want to do a demo of that or whatever, play with someone actually over the actual internet, that whole thing. So anyway, that's the game. It's pretty simple, but I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, it's on homegames.io. If you want to play it, there's a getting started video that we have for installing all this stuff on Windows. And if it doesn't work, or whatever, if you have feedback or any of that kind of stuff, you can contact us with info@homegames.io. There's a bunch of stuff. We have a Twitter. We have all that kind of stuff for you to complain or tell us whatever. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks.